And I am live, everybody, from Encinitas, California. Welcome to all of you. It is Friday, TGIF, Friday afternoon in the beach town of Encinitas, California. Wait a couple minutes till we get in. Nice day of fun on the beach today. I was going to try to live stream from down on the beach, but unfortunately, between a lack of signal, because you're down about I want to say about 60 feet below. How you doing? Reachable for you? How you doing? I hope that black box isn't on my. Is the black box there? Or it's like I don't know what this guy is doing. This guy's going to set up shop right over here. Oh man. Oh, it looks good. Okay, thank you. Nice to see you. I was going to live stream from the beach, but because the level is so far down, the signal doesn't really reach too well to the beach, and my other selfie stick kind of gave up the ghost. Today I'm down, believe it or not, I don't even know where in the heck that other one is. I'm down to like one selfie stick here, so that's not the way I want things to be. I don't know what this dude's doing over here. I'm not sure if he's what the story is here. I guess I found the one guy in town. Give the guy a few drops. What's up, Greg? How you doing? Well, I'm already delayed a day. Why? Because I'm having a good time here. That's why, Greg. So, I was originally going to head off to Yuma today, but the traffic is so bad on I-5 and I-8. Probably be heading out tomorrow. I don't know what this guy is just going nutty over here. Are you okay?
Man, hang tough, you guys. Local issue of charge today. How much force is necessary to clear a lawn off of the White House of a bomb? You might be charged with trying to get the White House illegally, right?
Okay.
That's all.
I'm just making sure you're okay. You don't need anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I got some smokes. I got my candy bar. I'm good to go. So
okay.
Thanks, sir. I'm going to sit down and rest for a while.
All right, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Sorry, I asked. I just wanted to make sure he was. Had to make sure he was. I had to make sure he was okay. I mean, this guy's just kind of like he's gonna pee against the wall there. Oh my goodness. Well, I found the one in town. How you doing, Harvey? Yeah, it's a little nutty over here. I was excited for you to go there. They're gonna rent him a motel room and take care of him. Well, the realities of life is, Greg. This is a beautiful place down here, and it's a great place to boondock. Oh man, don't do that. Don't whiz against the wall. Yeah, I guess he's not. No, I'm not going to drive to Yuma tonight. I'll probably drive tomorrow. I don't think my rig is going to have too much of an issue driving tomorrow. It's been a great day in Encinitas today. Got a special guest coming tonight. Hey, Cassidy, how are you? Oh, thank you. Well, I've got a special guest coming tonight. Gonna hang out with me. Thank you, JK NoCal. Basically, this is my retirement. I did work 46 years to get to the point where I've got to it's gonna sound selfish. I got to feel like I got to put myself, forward. Cassidy Hampton, how you doing, beautiful? Now that's gonna sound typically on Rosie, but there's a lot to do on the California coastal towns, and the boondocking has been amazing here. This guy, I guess he's packing on. Found him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I worked hard, OKC. You know, I mean, I have a lot of heart too and compassion for friends. But, you know, I rolled into town yesterday and thought, hey, this looks like a really cool place. And, you know, I'm a little more interested in being here. I've been very good on the budget. I only spent less than $9 for dinner last night, which was great. I did go to Walmart. I bought some pistachios, and I bought some pears. I like to have some fresh fruit. How you doing, Kim C? What's going on? Johnny West says Dr. W. Oh, I love, yeah, Cassidy's a wonderful woman. She's been doesn't you know, like everything that goes on, but she knows my heart. And that's the important thing. Be trying to get my mom to slow down and enjoy. Yeah, 67 and still works. Well, I started early, and when I could bail at the end of 2018, I bailed. You know, that's enough. That's enough. You know, I don't need a lot to get by on, okay? And I'm not here banging the drum and asking people to take care of my health and asking people to you know, put gasoline in my rig or spot me in an RV park for a month. I'm not doing that kind of, it's not my style. You know, tips for content are one thing, but for daily sustenance, it's just not my thing. I don't really have anything against people that do, because it's on them, it's not on me, and we do have that freedom in this country to do that. Well, I think I did a nice bikini vid on the beach today. A little bit of fun down there. It's on the Rosie McNamara channel. Hey, I had a good time. It's nice to go to a beach where you're not falling all over everybody. It's not a bad town where the girls are walking up Main Street in dental floss. How you doing, Yankin? Nice to see you. Yeah, it's just not my style. You know, like I say, if I'm bringing content, people can choose to give a tip or something, but that's a different story. It's not, I don't think YouTube, well, I'm going to put it kind of this way. If YouTube is a job, then, and you don't think that, you think it's a job, well, it should be pretty self-supporting if it's a successful enterprise. Now, I'm not taking anything away from people that need, you know, a lift now and then. But, oh, you were born and raised in Cali. He said Indians get everything handed to them. Well, how you doing, Nature Man? I don't know. You know, this, I could say so much about that. When you go up to the Kichin Indian tribal headquarters and you see the people living in destitute trailers and stuff, if they're getting stuff, they're not getting very much. They're not getting very much over there. And you know, I don't know how I come down on Native American affairs, you know, but I think that there is a sense of wanting to have, same as Native Hawaiians, having that individual right to thank you, have that. This is nice to wear at the beach. It's easy to just pop off and hop in the water and hang out on the beach, and then just, it's a nice easy cover up to well, you know how I feel about veterans, monkey boys. Veterans should be right up there. Anybody that served in the military should be a top line budget item. Veterans Affairs should be a top line item. Even before Health and Human Services, I really believe that veterans should be in position number one. Hey, thank you, Almost Uber. The weather is 78 degrees. It's Chamber of Commerce, beautiful here. Come to Minnesota, see how the natives live. They live in life of luxury. Yeah, I agree, Greg Travels. I agree. I agree. I mean, I've been to Native American settlements in Nevada and gone through other places, and a lot of, not all the Indian tribes have casinos. Not all of them run smoke shops. Now, of course, you know, it's to me, it's smart business. If you can open a casino, make some money, support yourself, then it's a good thing. Okay, it's a voluntary tax, gambling. I was an airborne ranger with the one. Oh, good for you, monkey boy. Fuck the Indians over. Yeah, buddy Holly. So I don't have any problem with what's done for the Native Americans, but let's maintain balance, and let's put our own veterans at the top of the budgetary. They should be in #1 position for funded clinics. Should be the best quality doctors that are in the medical area. They should have access to clinics. I remember in Santa Rosa 15 years ago, we fought very hard because veterans would come in and they would pay out of their own pocket to come to some facilities because they couldn't, otherwise they have to go to San Francisco 50 miles south to go and wait at the VA clinic down there. Why in the hell? Santa Rosa has a population of buffalo. Why shouldn't it have its own 200,000 people? Why shouldn't it have its own VA clinic? And finally, you know, thank you, President Obama. I'm not any big Obama fan, but he did open up some funding. Hello, Kathleen. Hey, Tess, how are you? Nice to see you. There's a lot of injustice and things in the world. I'm in a very wealthy city, a city that I got to yesterday. I felt like a duck out of water down here. It was a strange feeling to see all the ladies carrying the heavyweight purses, and everybody's got a fancy car, and they yell at service people here, which is, you know, I mean, you got to have a life, and it says you're a classy person if you don't yell, and if you don't look down on people in life. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Debbie Anderson, how are you? Hey, Penny Pincher. I know this is an unusual time for me to come on. I do have a special guest going to be here tonight, and I'm looking forward to that. Nice to see you, Julie Army Mom, in the chat. It takes a lot of restraint when you're a person of wealth to not be ostentatious with your wealth. I don't care what people do with their money, but to me there's a term called gauche, G-A-U-C-H-E. And the people that are incredibly wealthy, they're not public profile people, generally. They, you know, like a Warren Buffett lives in the same house that he got married in, I think in Oklahoma, in Omaha, Nebraska. And they don't go out of their way to lord it over people. You know, the mark of a classy, rich person is that they get along well with everybody, and they put a smile on their face, and they're nice people. Yeah, when you yell, you lose. Kim C, I hope you're doing good today, honey. And it's just, sometimes it's a little disconcerting. I have seen, since I've been observing, just a little switch gears here. Yeah, conspicuous consumption is it's off the charts here. Absolutely off the charts. The median home here is $1 million. I think the median in Santa Rosa is about $500,000, something like that. So this is a very wealthy place. Cab 7 should go to. Of course, you should be able to go to. You should be able to take your TRICARE. You should be able to go to any hospital that you choose. Go to any doctor that you choose, instead of having this bloated, segregated system of veterans medicine that's administered. It's not right. And you should do a whole show on that, Cab, about our vets and how they have to be 35 35 line items down on federal budgets and stuff, and have to fight for everything that you get. Yeah, Chelsea, like, I would like to try being rich someday. How you doing, Larry? Yeah, I've learned not to ask where the nuts. I mean, the woman was very disconcerting at the Walmart yesterday when she kind of went off on me. She's wearing a blue thing. It looked like a Walmart thing. I thought she was down stocking shelves, and the look on her face. And then as I was leaving, I noticed she had a rock on her. She had a diamond on her finger the size of a watermelon, and I'm like, whoa. I don't usually notice those kind of, I don't usually notice, hey Vanessa, how you doing, honey? I don't usually notice those kind of things. So the bottom line is, if I'm going to bottom line it, I'm having a good time in this town. It's been easy on the budget. The boondocking was good. Hey, I'm sorry the guy got busted out across the street. Kitten Cats made a comment. Well, it's, you know, you're pretty selective about the laws that you obey. But that's the whole thing of boondocking, is you come out here and you take your chances on the streets. Okay, if you come in with a big Class A, you're going to get nailed the first hour you're in town. You come in with a Class C, maybe it'll be 2 hours. You come in with a Class B, just depends how lazy the cop feels that night. But you know, if you look like a ragtag piece of junk on the streets, this is the wrong town to be having something that looked like it went down over the Grand Canyon and hit the bottom to drive. Oh, thank you, Joan Ann Smith. The beach was a lot of fun. So I had a good time on that. So, like I say, I have a special guest tonight. Looking forward to seeing this guest. And then tomorrow I will probably roll out to Yuma, but I'm not going to be a hostage to teeth. Okay, I'm not going to be a hostage to teeth. Now, what does that mean? It means I have a schedule to maintain. Okay, I don't want to spend eternity in a broiling heat of a desert, cooling my heels. Look, I'm going to go to Mexico. I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to buy a hat. I'll buy a belt or so. I'll buy a few things. But I'm not going to go, I don't have any interest in, you know, I can go to some other towns and stuff like that. But I don't have a lot of interest. You know, my interest is enjoying the beach. Today was so wonderful to be out on the ocean. Water temperature is so nice. I just got the AC on because I'm charging up. I got the car on because I'm charging up my devices here. So... to me, it's almost like kind of just as a friend, helping a friend out to go down there. And I originally wanted to make sure that Marshall could make it over the Altamont Pass. And I think you know, people hate it and they like it. I stand up and say I'm worried about not the Altamont, but the pass from San Diego to from Yuma to San Diego. It's no slam dunk, and then you have the Grapevine, and it's all going to be demanding travels, and it's probably going to be a disaster. If I had to pre-guess, I'd have to say that it's going to be a journey that may be fraught with disaster. Okay, and you know, as you guys know, Missy Jenn takes top priority. And when I got to be back, I got to be back. Okay? Now, the other thing that's on the west side of that situation is I've got to enjoy myself. I've driven 400 miles to get down to this area. I want to make sure that I enjoy it. Winter's coming. Yeah, I try to be a good friend. I don't think some things that are put out are correct. I don't think he drops a ton of money. I mean, I joke about titty bars and things like that, but I think he's been very restrained with the money that he has spent, and I think the money is perilously low before AdSense comes in. Remember when the Stones had that free concert? Yeah, at Altamont. Yeah, I wouldn't be in a rush to get there. So I don't think he's been wasting a ton of money. But I don't think he lives as cheap as I do on the road. I don't know. Maybe he's not accustomed to it. I really can't say. Like I said, I spent less than $9 on dinner last night. I filled up the car with some gas today. I bought a few things at Walmart. But other than that, I had a coffee and a donut at 7-Eleven. That's all I really need, an old-fashioned donut. I don't like a lot of goo on top of it and stuff. I'm very conservative. I've got to be. I'm not collecting Social Security. I'm years away from collecting Social Security. I'm just living on I'm living on a pension and some savings. Somebody was spreading the false truth that I used to claim that I was a 1%er, which is a bald-faced lie. But you know, you can go back and look at any of my hangouts, any of my videos. I never claimed I was a 1%er. I was raised in a pretty hard scrabble existence and stuff. Mr. W character we can scratch off. Time to scale back. I haven't put any drama. I haven't pumped Mr. W up, Dr. W up for drama. I've given him a few mentions. I've said a few things in passing because, quite frankly, Dr. W left a very piss poor taste in my mouth. Okay. You know, if you're gonna be a stand-up person, I reckon this guy probably makes $500,000 a year, but he works hard. But if you're gonna constrain somebody to that they can only come down and see you on a Sunday, and I didn't even get my van till Wednesday, right? And I'm supposed to drop everything, take my rental car, which wouldn't even have been covered. I'm supposed to drive all the way down to San Diego, pick up the money, and then drive all the way back to Santa Rosa, get my van the next day, and then take off to Southern California. Well, if he does, he's got a hell of an accent, CBT. I don't think Dave could pull off the kind of accent that this guy has. But I'm not. You know, some people are just like that. If they don't get it their way, it ain't going to go anyway. And that's the way I came down. And I did not make a big deal out of it. I did not spin the drama on that. I did not pretend, oh, I'm going to meet him and then I'll tell you guys how it went afterward. I'm not impressed. Yeah, that's right, Susie. I'm not impressed. Let's see. Not safe for him to take Viagra. I don't know. Unfortunately, medications. It shows you how we get stuck in the U.S. Medicines are so cheap in Mexico and places like that. They just throw off excess production down there and let people run the patent on that kind of stuff. So, as far as Dr. W, I put it out there. I came down, I talked, he said maybe I'll get, just give me a hail, H-A-I-L. When you come to town, I gave him a hail, and he never got back to me, so that's that. Hey Ravens, how you doing? He never got back to me. So on that basis, the ball's not in my court. There's not much more I can do, but my vacation takes precedence. Now, there's a lot I would like to do down in Yuma and Los Algodones and some of the other border towns. That's fine. That's interesting stuff. That's sightseeing. But remember, every minute you spend down there is underneath of a broiler. Underneath of a broiler, down there in the heat. It's going to be 108 tomorrow. I thought I escaped that stuff. So the real deal is, I'm probably, if he has to wait for AdSense on the 21st, which means the 22nd or whatever, I can't hang around that long. There's no way. So he'd be unless I'm really willing to cut in or else accelerate the process some. I don't know. I mean, it's probably, I've seen it before in Mexico. There's guys that come in there and load up on that crap, and then they're like, what do we do with it? You know, and it's like they're like a kid in the candy store at some of these Mexican pharmacies. I used to see the same shit in Hong Kong all the time. Thank you, Julianne. So I don't did he get some work done, at least showing us some of the town? And been a month. Well, that's what I'm saying, CBT. If I'm going down there, I'm going to bring content. Like Encinitas here, I went around, I did a 2.5 hour chooch last night. I showed people the beach. I did a video on that. Lady, don't hit me with your Range Rover. I like to bring content on the Murphy channel. I put up dinner last night. I showed what you could get for under $9 in this town. It was pretty impressive. Yeah, you can get lots of drugs over the counter. You can, what did that say? Did you go to the I did, Laura. I put it up on the Rosie McNamara channel today. That's where I kind of put stuff. Hey, Bailey, Vex, that's where I put stuff that's more adult content. And that's the way, I guess it should have always been, but that's the way I break it up, even though it's just a beach and blah, blah, blah. It's just, YouTube has changed, so they give me the platform to do that, so I take advantage of it. I adult rate everything, so I'm all good to go. So, no, I'm not in Cardiff. I'm still down here, and, it's right next door. Thank you very much, Johnny West. Hey, William Brock, were you scared when cops came? Boy, when I heard, let me tell you how loud that is. And this guy's got a tin can he's living in across the street, right? Some rusty old 1970, whatever the hell it is. And those cops don't mess around. They want to hear you jump, okay? They're not going to be like, room service. What they want you to be is startled as hell when that baton hits the side of that van. And they don't hit the sheet metal, they hit the handle of it, okay? And that thing vibrates all through. You could hear it, man. The whole damn street heard that thing. And I'm like, whoa, what was that? And then I saw the red. Unfortunately, I had my crap up front here, charging it overnight, and I didn't get, I didn't want to scramble around, and then I hit the horn and I blow my cover. I was like, oh, we got two birds with one stone. We got two birds with one stone. So they don't tap. Captain Dave, what's up, Dave? They don't tap. I hate being woke up with banging and noise. Well, they specifically do that to startle, so you're making some noise, so they know if you're in the van or not when you're scrambling around. They're listening. They got an ear to the van. I'd have ended up coughing. Well, I was still a decent distance away from. It's not the first time I've experienced cops at nighttime, but it's a very comfortable town for boondocking. You have to be off the beach. They have a parking lot, and they require. This is why you can't boondock in the parking lot at the beach, because you're required to be off from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. So all they have to do is just roll in. The cops at 2:30, 3, and 3:30, and just give anybody that's the royal, give anybody the royal boot that happens to be in there. So, where's the tequila? You in Los? No, I didn't go down today, Jordan Blue. I'm having too good of a time in Encinitas. The dollar goes a long way when you're not making a house payment on a $2 million beachside home, let me tell you. Have keeps in Jersey for beaches at night. Let's see. Oh, Jeeps. Oh, yeah, for beaches. So they'll come along, and I don't know who in the hell was on. My daughter was on Fire Island or something, and they tried to light a beach fire, and the cops were there in seconds. Yeah, there's no glory in kicking a guy when he's down, that's for sure. So the situation is, if he has to wait till the 21st, today being Friday the 13th, man, that's 8 days. Then you got to get some more dental work done. It looks like the 20 seconds as soon as you could head out. And I don't know, that might be a little not in my plans to hang around that long, so I just can't say till I get down there. It must be the most miserable experience to hang out in that heat. And I don't think it's healthy. I don't think it's healthy for Marshall to be down in that heat day after day. I don't think it's good for you. Eating a lot of the different foods and stuff. I'm surprised he's not gotten Montezuma's revenge yet. So, yeah, it's Friday the 13th. Got to be very careful about that. Very, very careful. Hey, Dawn, how are you? So, the question is, should I do something to accelerate the process to be able to get the hell out of there, to hasten the conclusion? And because quite frankly, I am of the firm belief that the funds aren't there. But like I say, that's not my problem. My top priority is having a good time, and if I can help, and if it's incidental or coincidental to what I'm doing, that's fine. Kim C, happy birthday. I have Rosie McNamara and Rosie Murphy are the two other channels. The Rosie Murphy's more reviews and sometimes live streams, and Rosie McNamara is just more adult rated content on there. It just makes my life so much easier to put it over there. So happy birthday to you. The only feasible thing, man, I can't believe this chick is wearing this on this. She makes me look conservative, man. Are you kidding? Kajoiga. That's one way to walk up and get an ice cream in high heels and yeah. 104. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's supposed to be 108 degrees tomorrow. It's pretty wild. Yeah, isn't that weird? So many people want to. So many of these ladies, they'll have beach shoes, and then they'll have their bikini, and they'll walk around town. They have really high heeled. I feel like I'm at a strip bar on the street sometimes around here. Yeah, Vegas is cooling off, and that's nice. I'll be there in mid-October. Oh, Vic's there. He's staying in. Yeah, the AC is definitely fixed. It's functional. It's working. It's working. It's just a shame that it took that time to bust down, because had to have that brass on there to seal that up. So. But this is about me. So later on tonight, I'll have a special guest with me here. It's not Dr. W. Okay, I'm not gonna pretend it's Dr. W. It's not. There you go, Julie. I just can't wear heels. Oh, I know. You must be in all a. Yeah. Well, the one thing I could do, and I'm not really sure if I'm inclined to do that because of my own budgetary stuff, but you know, he was talking about a loan of some money until his AdSense comes through. So I got to think about that. That might at least hasten the process to get the hell out of there. Otherwise, it's just it's not a place I want to be for 10 days, hanging out in Yuma. Yeah, the border towns can be fun, but it's just under the oppressive heat and everything else. It's just like, ay caramba. So we'll see what happens. Oh, you wear high heels on the couch or bed. I don't know, Lindsay. I've never really lent. Well, let me put it. I have lent people money on YouTube, and the one person that I gave money to and said I don't want it back was Vegas Vixen. She's the only one that ever paid it back, and she wasn't even supposed to. Okay. But walking them, too old. So I'm inclined to just not do that and just, I don't know whether he'll go on to San Diego and double back. I cannot imagine running that, although it's only 168 miles. No, it's a question. Where are you going to boondock when you get to San Diego? There's a lot of issues. There's a lot of moving parts. North. Oh yeah, it's weed harvest time. There we go. On AdSense day, I think he's getting a significant chunk of money on AdSense day. So not this particular one, but sometime in the future. But I'm a little bit gun shy about that. It's one thing to give, you know. I've popped them a few dollars here and there, but five smackers is a pretty big amount. So yeah. Well, I'm gonna do. I got to. Hey Kelly, how you doing, sweetie? Nice to see you. So that's I never got involved between Norm and Marshall. I've been a great beneficiary of Norm's kindness. He's told me straight up multiple times he loves the content that I bring. He likes the content that Elvis brings. I mean, it is what it is. People have different tastes. So, but I'm not gonna. That's between whatever Norm chooses to do. Thank you, KR. It was a wonderful time. Well, Larry, that's money that I can't afford this time. I gotta be paid back. I'm not working anymore. Yeah, I can't. I just don't know if I can risk that, to tell you the truth, because it's you know, on one hand, I've got a humanitarian issue of accelerating the process and getting the hell out of there, and at least having something accomplished. And then on the other hand, it's like, I think he would probably pay me back, but you know, I don't want to sit there and shake it out of somebody. I hate doing that stuff. So yeah, you can't bash people for, well, you can bash them. You have the right to do on YouTube here, but people are going to do what they want to. People are going to do what they want to do here. So I'd rather watch you. 420. That's funny. How do I feel about people that don't work? I have this dual thought in my head, Dingleberry Jones. I got this dual fight that I put in my mind. On the one hand, I think everybody should be productive in society and pull their own weight. Make sure you fund your Social Security. Make sure you put something aside for retirement. Make sure your bills are paid. Oh man, don't hit me, Mercedes. Boy, you just did the worst parking job in the world right there. Okay, I've felt the strain for many years. Don't be careful. I felt the strain for many years of, college tuitions and stuff, but I still managed to get the job done, and I couldn't have done that. I couldn't have done a lot to help put my girls through college. I didn't do it all alone. My ex was right there 50-50 with me, but if I hadn't have worked, what would my kids' future have been? One today officially became promoted to first lieutenant in the United States Air Force. I'm very proud. And the other one is doing very well too. I mean, he doesn't have kids, right? I've got responsibility. I mean, I had my responsibilities. It's done. Things are, thank you. Things are okay, but they're not designed for a lot of budget BS and other things. I don't have a lot of slack in my system. I haven't been monetized on my main channel since mid-May. I've not ever whined. I don't whine about it. Okay, I'm not in any rush to see what I'm going to destroy of my past 7 years to chase the buck. Some things are too important to me, my history on there. Years and years and years of history. I'm not willing to jettison that for a little bit of AdSense money, at least at this point. So I get by. I've got kind people that tip out on PayPal, and that's wonderful. It's my responsibility to take care of my daily upkeep. Now, so as you asked, Dingleberry, what do I think about people that don't work? I think everybody should work. Then I come to the issue of when somebody says that YouTube is a job. Well, in some ways it is. Then it's up to you guys to decide as an audience, is it a job or is it not? I look at Nomadic Fanatic. I look at Peter McKinnon, who went from 0 to 1 million subscribers in 1 year. Do I tell him to go get a job now? Did anybody tell him to get a job at subscriber 100, 1,000, subscriber 2,000? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of ways to cut the onion here. And I'm not really sure if I'm equipped to tell other people it up. But I know you got to be productive. I know you got to pay into Social Security. I know you got to pay into Medicare. And I know that you should be paying some kind of taxes. Simply paying sales tax and other things just isn't enough. But all these people, Nomadic Fanatic, all these people, I don't know if that guy ever worked or anything like that. These people all, I mean, should we troll their channels and tell them to go get a job now, or are we like, oh, they're untouchable now? I mean, why do they get a pass right now? Because they're doing content that people enjoy, and I think that's the thing. And that's a long way of answering you, but I think it makes sense that it's up to you guys to decide. I know you did troll them, Jilly, and it didn't do anything. Ultimately they're off living the high life now, and they're judged to be a job. So it's not my place to say if anybody else is working or not on YouTube. If it is, then you take your chances when you do it. Okay, you take your chances. Payment for this dental work is on him and not Rosie. All right, 420 scrapping. Woo! It is on him. But if you keep hugging that man every time, I haven't really hugged him, Penny. I've actually done surprisingly little in the scheme of things. I mean, he paid his own stuff when we were in Chicago, Milwaukee, Detroit, and all that. So, okay, take care, Kelly. Let's see. Job pays the bill. A job also gives you a good sense of accomplishment when you get your paycheck and You see that hit your bank. And hell, when I started working, you got a pay envelope in factories and stuff like that, and it was just cash in there. And it was a hell of a nice feeling. And you took pride in that. You could look people in the face in society, and you could tell them, I didn't care. I mean, my family's friends were longshoremen, they were electricians, they were factory workers, and everybody had pride in that. You remember that, Harvey? Work is good to get away from home. It's just, are you spending another night? Yeah, I'm going to be Captain Caveman. I'm going to be spending tonight here and then taking off tomorrow. The traffic's too heavy. I think people aren't happy that when they give to you, they know it may. Well, you can see things that way. We can see that things a lot of ways in life. There's people that are donated to here that I don't like, and I don't consider them. The shoes on the other foot a lot around here too. There's people are doing things that I don't agree with here, and putting money into some of these pockets that's going other places. Why do you say correct things? I'll be traveling to Carolinas and Florida. Down there, Bella Rose, the Queen of Buffalo. Nice to see you, honey. I hope you're doing okay. You and Brad up there in Buffalo. One of those great YouTubers. I was so lucky to meet. Yeah, once you give the money away, you can't really think about from one pocket to, you can't think about, because then you're, give it as a restricted then, or better not to give it at all. Sugar giving, it means they're utilized. And I understand what Sugar's saying. But you would really, yeah, I was in Canada, Bailey. You can see all my playlist of my 44-day epic trip. Epic trip up there. My first computer job was it was money. Yeah, Harvey, I was doing $1.74 an hour in 1970s, okay? I remember that like it was yesterday. And I understand what you're saying, Sugar. Yeah, don't never give money unless you can afford to not get it. Exactly. I don't know how you're going to pay Elvis from Fry Elvis from Melbourne. I don't really know if doesn't spend the way you guys think he does. I mean, a couple of dollars on Viagra and stuff like that. At the end of the day, it's different than plunking down $50 or $100 for a hooker down there. So, well, Rosie, do you not think if people stopped giving, he would have to get a job to stand on his own 2 feet? In theory, it sounds great, but in actual practice, we know that you get game changers that show up that have every bit of right to play YouTube the way they want to, i.e. Norm F. A guy like that comes in, Dave the Fisherman, they drop a lot of cash, and it's, not everybody has that. That's the weak. Oh, thank you, Cindy. It'll eventually be, but I don't have time to chase monetization right now on the channel. It's not. My PayPal's there, and if people enjoy the content, they know their confidentiality is always assured. But it's not something that you want to beat a drum about, okay? And I take care of my own stuff. Why do you need Viagra being a single man and using... I would say it's totally experimental, because he couldn't even afford it in Chicago. That crap is so expensive now. They used to give that stuff away, detailing that at medical offices and stuff. They used to give that shit away. Now it's like expensive as hell. Nor drying up, but if it was made to work. CBT, there's always been somebody else that comes along. That's the issue, okay? Now, if they don't, then of course, I mean, it's a catastrophic van breakdown. There's no capital reserve put aside to purchase another van. To me, that's the checkmate of the whole deal. It's not who gives 5 or 10 or 20 bucks or 50 bucks. The limiting factor, the real limiting factor, the real horror in the woodpile is when the drivetrain goes bad. Then it's done. Okay. I think some of them. Yeah, there's also an irrational. It's also gotten to the point where things are. The truth gets twisted a lot. A lot of histories repackaged and things. And when you see things repackaged, then it's meant to affect your mind. But all these things happened over years, and to my mind, he's in a much better place behavior-wise than he was 2 years ago. Was horrific. So I'm not taking up, but someone's helping him. I'm not taking up for him, but someone's helping him that likes him. I hope. Well, how can you know, Cindy? I mean, that's why they have PayPal and stuff like that, because some people don't want to have the. There's people that love the show. I'll be probably driving into Mexico. So no matter what, you make an effort. Yeah, thank you very much, Julie. I do try, because I know at the end of the game. Yeah, when he turns 60. Yeah, there's Bella Rose. I mean, she met. We all hung out. Bella Rose. Yeah, he's. I don't know. It's not the WWE persona. It's a pretty soft-spoken and pretty shy person when he's in person. But I'm not here. I'm just answering. I'm not here to talk about Elvis. I'm just talking about the hypothetical. I know what the limiting factor is. I know in any of these people that are living in their vans and they don't choose to work and that YouTube is a job, they don't have the ability to put any funds aside for capital replacement. That's the weak link. That's when the game ends. And I would tell Greg Travels that. I would tell Dingleberry that. I would tell everybody that's when the game ends. So, you know, but I feel for his future. I think we all do, Bella. So, yeah, it's tough. We get it. He's your friend. That doesn't mean we have to. And I don't expect people to agree, Jordan Blue. I don't expect people to agree, but I've been pretty straightforward and pretty honest with my analysis and things. I see both sides of the issue. I see a lot of truth that's twisted, a lot of BS that's put out there that's not true, but it's not my fight to fight. So, but I can understand why people would PayPal money and would want to be under the radar screen, but still have a sense of things. I can't deny that. So, you know, so we'll have to see how stuff plays out down in the desert. But my top priority is to have fun, to be out doing some stuff and bringing some content like I've been bringing it here in Encinitas tonight. Make sure you get the serial numbers on the tires constantly while you're in Mexico. Okay, Sean. Look at you. Got my passport. Perhaps I should start using it. Yeah. Yeah, it's all good. Give us a hint about who your special guest is. Well, it's somebody you've seen before on YouTube. They have smog. Yeah, there's smog testing in some other states too. Oh, just check your tires if you want me to be up on blocks. Yeah, I'm going to show us Yuma and I'm going to show Yuma and Mexico. I'm going to try to bring a lot of content. Content creator. Yeah, Cindy, you can see the video. I put it up on Rosie McNamara Beach Video today. It was a lot of fun. Thank you, Babs. I tried to live stream from the beach. Number one, one of my selfie sticks broke that I took down. The head of it came off. And number two, there's no signal because it's 60 feet down at the water there. So it was difficult. When will you be with Elvis? And probably tomorrow evening, I would say. I'm not going to be in any rush to get away. Probably tomorrow evening. Let's see. You have the most. Oh, thank you, Laura. You're very sweet, honey. Eyes are the windows of the soul. They stole 2 Mai Tai or less in Mexico. Love those Mexicans. Yeah, it's a hard scrabble economy. I think Los Algodones is a little cut above most Mexican border towns because of the medical trade that they protect there, and I think they keep a pretty tight group. Right? Oh, thank you. I don't even know. I just gob it. Rosie, do a makeup tutorial. Oh, okay. Give me a shotgun. Load the colors in. Point to face. Boom. There you go. Okay, Babs. Bunny. Hi, Rosie. Help. Uh-oh. What's going on, Bergs? Rosie, so what's the plan tonight? I'm going to hang out with my special guest tonight. Gonna get them on the live stream. What's wrong, Bonnie? What's going on? You need to get a sexy nurse. You're a nice person. I wish you never meet. You don't seem like that type. The show has arrived. The Bergs has arrived. The show has arrived. There it is, Bergs. What's going on? How's everything in Merching the Bergs world doing? Last I saw before I took off, Bergs was doing his trying to get a camper van. Could have put on some concession area. CBT. The big difference between content and me and Elvis is Elvis looks at YouTube as totally a business, and for him, the less raw material you have to feed into the mill, the more profit you can potentially make. In other words, why spend money to go into a museum? Why spend money to park at a beach? Why spend money to visit a cultural museum or a renowned art museum or something like that? He like many people, does some math that people don't watch those videos, okay? For the most part, okay? People want to see the human element of YouTube. They want to see YouTubers interacting. They want to see YouTubers in tight jams. They want to see YouTubers in unfamiliar surroundings. They want to see YouTubers boondocking on the streets and tempting the fates. So that's looking at it as a business, doing the very minimal you can, face slamming an ice cream cone once in a while, knowing that people will watch that and they'll comment on things. It's just I want to say it's just the difference in doing content. It's the lazy way. The hard way is you build a catalog of stuff that people will watch year after year. So you have to put better quality into it's the tortoise and the hare situation. So you have to put better quality into it if you're going to do that. I care about quality. I care about the content that goes out. I care about having a stabilized camera. I care about having an external power pack so I don't have to run out of juice when I'm doing something. I care about having good editing. I'm not much of an editor, but I can put a cinematic feature. I care about that kind of quality. I'm on here. It's not a job for me. It's like a hobby, and if I can make a few dollars, that's fine. But I'm not thinking about how I'm going to short people and just do the minimum for the maximum on here. That's the big difference in that. So take it easy, Harvey. Valuing peeps from my church. I post anything anymore. That's the difference. It's the lazy sort of yucks, Three Stooges way of getting notoriety on YouTube, or else it's trying to get known for producing quality and taking people places and all that. So you say you care about it, yet you keep supporting. RVing, you can't say what I support. You have no idea. You can put untruths out there about financial things. I'll always support a friend emotionally, try to give guidance. I haven't been as effective as I would have liked to have been, but neither have the trolls in battling that. Let's be real. Okay? Let's be real. Let's call it a draw. At least I have the honesty to sit here and tell you about it. So don't get chat away. It won't be long when he sees. Hey, Kit and Cat, what's up? What's up, Kit and Cat? Well, unless Dave has a real good voice disguise, or maybe it is Dave. I don't know. Your channel, Bert's. But yeah, I'm a people person. I love to meet people on the street. I like to engage people. I don't have to look over my shoulder. I enjoy it. Okay, but as far as supporting, it frustrates people that they want to see every friend torn away, everything in life, and life doesn't work that way in my universe. It's not like that. Sometimes to my mind, the lesser get more attention. To me, they need more help, more steering, more time together. More interactions. Be honest, to be alone. Yeah, I don't like to be alone. Yeah, CBT, that would be cool. I'd keep it to myself. I just keep it real on that. Straight on that. HX, how you doing? Let folks know the elbow is mark videos so they can be avoided by your long-term fans that don't want to be a part of it. Dingleberry Jones, look, if people come on, if they don't like it, they can click off and watch another video. I understand that. But he's going to be it'll be a big feature over the next week to 10 days and coming into California and all that. So Dr. W, I don't know, I never heard back from him again. So last he said, give me a hail when you get to town. I gave him a hail, left a message, and never heard a thing back. So I'm not chasing it down. We are all judged by the company we keep. Marshall, you know it? Are you really? We're not judged by the company we keep. That is not a truism in life. Okay? Or else how would Jesus have been judged by the company he kept? I guess you would have been the first one there throwing a rock, right? Oh, but that's different. Hanging out with prostitutes, tax collectors, lowlifes. Oh, that's okay. It's all right. I judge you by your company. That's fine. And a lot of people know my heart. So that's the difference. I'm not desperate. I've had a long friendship since before you came on the scene. And before 90% of the people in the chat on Marshall's chat have not had the history that I've had for years. Went to an auction a few times, bought a box that contained a voice changing phone. That'd be pretty funny. Yeah, it's a good point, Laura. Sometimes sometimes the worst need the most, and the most need the least. At least I have the guts to stand up and stand by it. Yeah, thank you, Thomas. Yeah, there's a reason why the Bible conveys that message that Jesus was with the dregs of society. There's a message there. Why he hated the scribes and the Pharisees and the people that did all the right things and paid the tributes in gold and lit the temple lights and made a big show of donating and things. Well, then I feel sorry for you, RVing. I feel much sorrier for you than I do for Elvis. Even if you're not religious, the Bible, it does have some decent lessons. They're timeless lessons. Kitten cat. I love hanging with scribes and Pharisees. I like that. Kitten cat. I did my boondocking videos like, oh, Rosie, you're pretty selective about the laws you choose to follow. I thought that was pretty cute. That's the whole thing of boondocking. Yeah, thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that. But people are going to do what they want to do. I mean, I know what the end game is going to be, and Marshall knows as well as I do what the end game is going to be. It's going to be a catastrophic failure of his home. That'll be it. His house will go up in flames one day. That'll be it. The beach was great. Now I'm patient enough. I'll try to stream some CBT, but remember this phone's overheats and it's the desert and the sun's shining down. I don't have to. Religious among you spew with the intellect. Now you gave elbow religious ammo. You spew with the intellect. I don't know, Greg Travels. You're just a hateful individual. Okay. I've seen you spew your stuff for years. I've never heard you have a kind word for anybody. Hey, Captain Caveman. Yeah. I use what I want. If he copies off of me, that's fine. I'm not sure what's for dinner. I'm gonna wait till my special guest comes to town, and then we shall see. My special guest should be arriving in 1.5 hours. 1.5 hours. Scribes work for YouTube. The Pharisee, run! Have you thought about the Rancho offer? I'm going to let them know Monday, but I'm going to say no. Yes, it's Tara. Tara's coming down tonight. I understand, Greg, but I'm just saying you got to temper your hate with the reality that you got to envision what's going to be the game changer. What's going to be the big thing? Do you think a Rosie or a Norm or a Drury has the financial wherewithal to gift somebody an RV, to replace a drive line? To me, there's a big difference between doing some restoration work on an RV and doing a major mechanical failure like a transmission drops out. That's $2,600 right off the bat, sometimes $4,000 with labor. It's not even worth, who's going to come up with that? Okay, and is it even worth it? Or a V8 engine, if that blows a head gasket, what's the point? Okay, it's game over. Now, I know what the reality of that is, and I don't care how people huff and puff and Elvis humps. Oh, I'm winning. I know I have ability to project and forward think things and think it's not the trolling, it's all has to do with the big money event. Okay, that's why I'm particularly worried that the game might end on a pass into California. Okay, the game might be over, and I honestly believe that, Greg. And I think at that point in time, I'll be willing to take Marshall to the Rancho with the expectation it's job time. I'll help you get your start, make a few bucks. You can go back to Chicago, but that's going to be the reality. It's going to be back to Chicago and a working life there, and that's the reality. Not going to be involved. Nothing's. It's not going to be my fault. That to me is going to happen. Well, it's going to be a short-term stay to make some money. I mean, at that point in time, with no rig or anything, I'd be willing to buy the guy a train ticket back to Chicago, be with his mom or whatever, and start his new life in Chicago. And that's the termination of the event. In the meantime, I can live my life and enjoy Mexico. I can enjoy Yuma. I can enjoy Vegas and the California beach towns. I know how it's going to end. The reality is I don't think Marshall could keep her at a job. Well, there's no alternative to that. There's no alternative to that. Hey, the North Show towing manager, how you doing? I think I'd have the ability to get him some type of just short-term job, doing something. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Laura. Enjoy life, go with the flow, and let's just see how things play out. Like I say, I have a real bad feeling in my gut about the journal's journeys into California. It's a very difficult state to access. Okay, that's why pioneers died. I'm not asking him to work during the rebuilding process, but he is responsible for the money. So if you want to be a YouTube honcho and wrangle money out of people, that's on you. But it's going to require money, and I don't have money to put into it. So yeah, I have to get paid at 9 a.m. on flipping burgers. Well, Burger King is noble work. I mean, somebody's got to do the job. I mean, any work is noble work. But I'm not particularly worried about the short term, because I have that long term idea about the way that things are going to play out, and he knows that too. He knows that too. I do too. I've never been there, but the covered wagon days. I mean, it's very difficult to get into California with the Sierras. Get him an apartment and help him get a job. You better wash his hands. Well, that's why I say, that's why I don't really sweat out the short term too much, because every mile that rig gets on it, every mile this van has on it is just another step closer to having to get another vehicle. This is 3 years old. This is 2016. His is a 1989. So you don't see many 89 camper vans on the road. Well, RVing, that'll be on him if he does that. Is that Elvis guy moving in with you? What do you mean the Elvis guy, J Money? Lines of land. They're not FNU. I don't listen to his content, CBT. I'm not on his hangouts. Hey Ted Mac. They're not enjoyable. There's nothing I want to be there for. It's the same old, same old. I can like him as a friend, but I don't have to be at the WWE events and all that stuff. I don't have any interest in that stuff. Really stand back and allowing dopey well, I'll tell you what, Kit and Kat, Mr. X ain't paying anything. I can guarantee you. I can guarantee you. There you go, XM. You like WWE. I was never a WWE person. I don't know these people. I never watched that. I was all into pro sports. Yeah, I think you do, Bergs. I was all into pro sports and stuff. I didn't watch I was into lacrosse, baseball, football, basketball. I never watched WWE. It's just not my thing. Mr. X let me tell you about Mr. X. He's a very nice guy. Bought me dinner in Chicago, took me around. He's a very nice guy. But as far as putting money in, nope. He'll give me advice. Like me, he'll turn a wrench. He'll lay down a socket set, 3/8 down on something. He'll do a little wiring. But as far as the money is concerned, Mr. X, if you think Mr. X kicks in, you don't know Mr. X very well. So, all right. I'm not sure of Mr. X's financial situation, Larry. So he's just another person who's, enjoyed the content and I think he enjoys sort of seeing that underdog mentality and things. So I don't know. But make no mistake about it. The limiting factor is the big budget item that goes. Engine, drivetrain, differential, any of that kind of stuff. And that's the end of the van. There's nobody who's going to pour the money into repairing that type of vehicle. Okay. I went to the beach. I uploaded a video on the Rosie McNamara channel from the beach. I've met Marshall's sister. I've talked to a lot of Marshall's sisters. Okay. Nobody knows Marshall's family on YouTube better than I do. Janet is a very, I don't want to say she's you can see videos of me. I hung out with her in Chicago. We had dinner together. She's nice, but she's got a very rough edge to her. Okay, and she gets very frustrated with things in life, and frustrated with, for years, hearing about Marshall and blah blah and this and that and all the. Her thing is just like, holy shit, just end it, just, I don't want to know about it, so one night she just let it rip, and you can't blame her. It's not compassion. Thank you. Happy Friday the 13th. There's some original movie in the background. Yeah, Friday the 13th. Yeah, I hope you had your 420. Yeah, Janet. Yeah, it's just, and one night she just exploded, and it's like, does he talk to his family? Of course he does. I've been there when he's talked to. I mean, when Narce's Lincoln Town car broke down when we were in Chicago, and he was hours from home, he was responsible for getting food and stuff for the family. And he's like, I can't get there, bro. Marshall picks up the phone and ordered 2 pizzas to be sent over, picked up that, I mean, that's, there's a lot of things that he does that never see the light of day on YouTube and things, because to me it's just a persona that's played out here. So I never got that invested in nonsense, because I know it's YouTube. It's supposed to be an entertainment, social media sharing platform of videos, live streams, and different cross sections of life. Nobody. It's impossible to leave the Boyd. Listen to Kitten Cat. Never buy an American-made car like that, town and country. I think Narce's poured more into that fucking car than he paid for the thing. I met Marshall in Chicago. Cool. Yes, a lot of people like that kind of entertainment. A lot of people get frustrated by it. I just don't invest that heavily in it. It's just like, I'm out. I want to do my own thing in life and bring my own content. DW, blood in, blood out. What's up? Where is Narce? He got a call in the other day to me. I didn't return his call. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. I mean, this guy flips back and forth between wanting to be a Uber driver and wanting to start a donut shop, and then, I don't know, be a real estate developer. I'm like, I think lack of focus may be a family trait. Okay, lack of concentration and lack of an ability to bring focus and bring discipline to something may be a trait. No, I don't think he's trucking. How are you in Sunday? I'm going to watch Chicago versus Denver, Miguel. I'm going to watch my Ravens, they're let me tell you what, the Ravens are going to be dishing out some pain. They finally combined a stellar defense with a first world-class offense. Watch out. And all young, man, the whole damn crew. Yeah, I didn't have any vision in my 20s. It pretty much crystallized by the time I was 30. But there was no YouTube to say, hey, let's get Rosie, let's support Rosie on the road. Let's do live streams. And I hope Greg Travels is listening to this, because the distractions of social media have been very harmful to a lot of people, especially a lot of young people. And I don't know what the repercussions in society are going to be. You didn't have the distraction of how many likes did I get today, or how many followers do I have on Instagram, or oh my God, they hate me on Facebook, and jumping out of a third floor window. And I'm thinking it was so much easier to just, there wasn't an alternative. And, unlimited freedom is the enemy of progress in so many ways. And that's why fear is such a great motivator for work and productivity and innovation. When people get scared, like in the Great Depression and fearful times, they had to economize and find new ways and scrap, and they never forgot those lessons. But now it's social media is the new coin of the realm. So let's see. Yeah, cable wasn't around. It was like nowadays it's like kaboom. So now that's why I did a hangout one. Like, hate the game. YouTube's the one that sets the table. YouTube's the one, if anybody should ultimately bear the cross on their back, in my opinion, it's YouTube. Because they're the ones that they give you the tools, and most people are going to take the tools and use them effectively, but you're going to have a core of people that abuse the tools and abuse the intention of YouTube, and they fly under the radar screen. Let's see. Stop luring. Well, I think it makes sense, though, Kit and Cat. I think you have to agree that it's the devices and the tools are there. That's been the big difference. Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, HX. Watch your beach. Yeah, it was very nice down there, Barrow. It was a good time today. Beautiful, beautiful. YouTube gets 38%. The creator gets 62% if you're in AdSense. They're taking, I don't know, 22% off of super chats and stuff like that. So, they're right in there. They're funding this negative behavior. So, yeah, that's coming, Vicky. I hope in San Diego we're responsible for our own actions, how we handle the tools. Exactly. But, if I always thought if YouTube doesn't take away the tools, then, they're as much as responsible for destroying somebody's future as anything that I might do on here. Lord Jean, how did you pick your when I was little, my nickname was always been Rosie, Rose, when I was growing up, because when I was a little kid, they had a commercial on TV called Lux dishwasher detergent, and its tagline was rose petal softness for your hands with Lux. And I don't know, they tell me when I was really young, I used to really go crazy when that commercial came on or something, so they started calling me Rose, which has always been a nickname, and then I just pushed it on to Rosie. I'm not funding anything, RV. You're funding by watching them. Okay. You're more of a contributor than I am. Okay, and you'll go into chat rooms, more people will come in, more people, more viewers, more bigger audiences, more big streams. That's not my doing. Yeah, I'm going to be meeting Tara in about an hour. Okay. Yeah, you remember that? And I always had, every time I went out, as soon as I hit cold air, my cheeks would get very red. Yeah, the more you watch, I'm doing the thing because I'm not interested in the content. He's a friend, but he doesn't watch my stuff. I don't watch his stuff, so I'm not growing the channel. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go live with Tara tonight. I think she'll be kind of dressed up, so that's the basic problem. I mean, Dave the Fisherman is 100% correct. The way you stop a problem is you stop watching. You stop watching it. You stop giving the views. I haven't lost any support, Troll Force. My channel's as good as it's ever been. The people that know my heart and know me are still here. A lot of people, I hate to say, have been. Let me mute this a second.
They won't sell them.
Yeah, maybe take a night off from the beer.
Yeah, I see. But I'm 58 years old, ma'am, and I've been buying beer since I was born. She won't sell me a beer, a Miller Generation, which she don't even have in there, out of 7-Eleven.
Okay,
I don't have a beer at all. I'm just sitting here.
Are you banned from 7-Eleven? Are you banned?
No, I'm not banned, but this lady's trying to tell me I can't buy a fucking beer at 7-Eleven. I'm older than most of those people in there.
Why did she tell you couldn't buy it? Why did she tell you?
This lady is messed up and her manager's messed up. They've been trying to cancel me out of coming to 7-Eleven since I came here. They don't have a reason, but they've been trying to stop me from coming in and eating and drinking like I deserve as a human being and a member of this country and county of fucking North County. I'm born in Del Mar, practically. San Diego, North Park. I mean, fuck. This is a bummer. I just want to tell you, I'm not living drunk down. I've never had a few beers down here.
Okay.
But, she's driving an injury down here, so I can't.
Well, I was going to give you a few dollars, but you don't need it, so.
It doesn't matter about the dollars so much. I have the money right here. I have it's a $2
well,
beer.
What kind?
Surfer beer. I'm a surfer, man.
What kind of beer do you want?
It's called honey beer. It's just a fucking surf beer, ma'am. It's a surfer's beer. I brought it to the counter. She put it back. Then she told me to hit the road, and that's it. I had to come down here to get away from this lady.
All right.
It's just a.
Wait here. I'll be back in 5 minutes. I'll have your honey beer, okay?
All right, thank you, man.
You're welcome.
That. Don't say nothing to her.
Yeah, I'm not saying nothing to her. I don't want to get the royal boot. Jesus, if it's not one thing, it's another. Some of these 7-Eleven, this guy must have been a troublemaker, eh? Oh, man. Honey beer. Oh, God. Honey beer. Honey beer. I'd rather have my nut hairs pulled out. Drink honey beer. All right. Jesus. Honey beer. Hang loose, guys. I'll be right back. Oh, man. shit. I had to do everything except sign a waiver in there. Holy shit, man. California honey beer. What the hell is this shit? Alright, man. Be cool. Jesus. This town's starting to get a little nasty. Honey beer. She's like, oh God, no. California honey. Blonde ale brewed with honey. I don't know. $2 a can. Carlsbad. Said it's a surfer beer. There it is. Alright, let me get out of here without being killed today. Man, 7-Eleven. I don't know why they're such a magnet to me. You know, all roads always lead to 7-Eleven, baby. Try to get the hell out of here. Am I okay? ¿Está bien? Gracias. ¿Está bien? Alright, honey beer, man. God, you know, life used to be simple. You just had a few 5 beers and that was it. Alright, let's see where... I probably lost my fucking parking spot too. That's the bad side of it. Oh shit, the guy's fucking down. Oh shit. Man down. That guy had a convulsion or what the hell happened to him? He's down. He's on the ground. I don't know whether he has epilepsy or what he has. Let me go over and see what the fuck's going on now. Jesus, I shouldn't get involved in shit. Alright, let's see what's going on over here. He's on the other side of this tree here. Let's see what's going on. Oh man. Well, I got you covered. All right, there we go. All right, he's enjoying his beer. What's up, bully? I'm back in the van, Golden. He was a nice guy. He was raised in Del Mar, which is a really fancy community just up the coast. Tara knows all about it. And he ripped the hell out of his leg surfing, and that was the beginning of the end. That started his downward spiral. So, yeah, we had a man down. Oh, he is Sig. You don't want this guy. You don't want him on a board out there. Well, he's on the other side of the tree there. He's, he's playing Swiss Family Robinson over there on the other side of the tree. He said, "What are you doing anything tonight?" And I'm like, "It's all right. Enjoy your Friday night." He's like, "I got 2 of them, honey beer." Can you imagine? Dr. W never got back in touch with me when I got in town. So evidently it was come down Sunday, get the money, or that's it. So I'm not doing that. So. I bet the sharks wouldn't even go near me. He couldn't walk, let alone surf. You like that, Sig? Sig like Rosie strikes again. I'm right in my element with that, Yeah, bless it. I mean, shit. We all need our joy in life. I mean, the guy didn't even ask for money, right? The guy didn't ask for... Let me straighten out the rig. The guy didn't ask for money. He's like, I got the money. I said, I got you covered, bro. No problem. Even in the fanciest towns, it happens, right? Let's see. Only people who like purchase punk asses like, let's see. Full moon tonight. How you doing, Herbert Kraft? Why was it a problem for you to buy oh, she told me. At first she said, I'm not going to... She said, is it for that homeless guy that comes in here? And I said, yeah. And she said, well, I'm not going to sell it to you then. Okay, oh, well. Then I was standing back at the case, and I said, well, I'll just buy it for myself then. Then I was standing back at the case, and finally she had mercy on me and just came back and grabbed it. I think we're going to be just doing a sit and chooch. I think we'll go someplace and get a coffee or a beer and do a chooch. I'll be grateful, yeah. I mean, he's gone in conniptions. You can kind of see him there behind the tree. It's kind of sad. Yeah, so I don't fight. Yeah, Patricia, I'm an honest person by nature. I'm not gonna, she knew I was coming in to buy that shit. The horse track, my horse was hurt on, yeah. No, I'm not sure what he's doing. He's got plenty of beer now, but it's like everybody in town knows the guy, so. I don't know. You can invite Mr. Surfer to join you. Hey, Sister Earth, how are you? Well, I'm not a psychologist or a counselor. I don't play one on TV or on YouTube, but I just decide, guy seemed pretty aggravated about the fact he couldn't get a beer. So, the store can be held liable. Sad part is he didn't go farther to imbibe. Well, he's I don't know, about a half a block away or something like that, so I don't know. It's so sad, it'll make it worse. You remind me of an ex that'd like to pick my scabs. Make what worse? I'm not sure, Dingleberry. Your scabs worse or what? The honey beer homeless guy. Well, shit, people are walking by right now giving him money. I just pulled out a 10 spot. I don't think money's the issue. You can be my, can be your counselor. Feeling groovy. Yeah, you'd have to hike on this bad leg. Love you, but you know, bud, you got a mod in need of, I don't know, they tell me between Juice and everybody else, let's be nice to Jordan's a longtime friend of mine. Maybe you can start a block party, man. I don't know if Terror's into the block party phenomenon. Yeah, like the graphics on the, thank you, Tiger. Okay. I don't know. It's like I got a couple mods that people were always fighting with and shit on there. I don't know. Okay. I'm like a Rodney King. Are you sitting by waiting for EMS? No, I'm just finishing up my stream here. I got a little more time to kill. That's what I'm just hanging out for. I rescued my horse after it's hurt and thrown to a slaughter auction. Ooh. Mods. Yeah, the mods here are pretty good. Hey, how you doing, Smooth? Like you got a rogue mod here. I've been checking into a place in San Diego. I don't know who all will be in there. Or whether it's going to come to pass that it's going to get picked up. So I have a subscriber that said I can use the place if it's not being rented out for that week. Oh, thank you, JJ. I did get some. I had a good time on the beach today. Yeah, got some sun. Yeah, Tara's coming down at 6 o'clock. She wants to do a little choochin' and have a little dinner. So, how you doing, Mark Handler? Coming down, so it's exciting. She loves us. We love Tara. I miss it. How long are you gonna be in San Diego? Diane, I'm going to be going to Yuma. I don't know when I'm gonna be leaving, but I'm gonna be in San Diego no less than 7 days, 7 to 10 days, honey. So, but I'm gonna be going to Yuma and Algodondas, Mexicali, San Luis, some of the other border towns, and check them out. Let's see. Blue, you ain't nothing to me with punk. I don't care if you're out there. Just go. Yeah, be nice. Can you try to score some loot for me? Oh my God. I don't know. Do I look exhausted? I mean, they're telling me I look hot today. I got some sun on the beach and stuff. Diane, hey Shannon. You can come down and personally give me. Okay. Yeah, it's icanmakeitlikenew@gmail.com. Just to meet up would be great. Just have a meal, no cameras, no nothing, and just hang out. That would be fantabulous. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you. This guy just got another $5. You don't think it's all a gig, do you? Sister Earth is my China cat sunflower. I always like Sister Earth. I've always liked Sister Earth. Yeah, I got quite a bit of sun today. What's for dinner, Bully? I don't know. We're gonna wait till Tara comes down. Yeah, it's beautiful weather, Diane. It's 78 degrees right now at Encinitas here. It's just great. It's just lovely. I'm telling you, Elvis would have tooth money and no, he could sit there. Yeah, I'm just saying, this guy's got a real good gig going on the clock. He's making about $40 an hour laying there. Yeah, it was 100 there in Alabama, DW. Nice, it's 90 there. I'm not sure what I'm going to have, Kevin Leonard. How you? I'm not sure what I'm going to have for... I'm going to ask Tara what she wants to have tonight. I bet the beach will be nice in the full moon. Yeah, it'll probably be pretty good. We went down to the beach last night just in time for police action down there. Got that on the stream, but it was pretty boring. Have you seen the Surfing Madonna? I did, Happy Jesus. I put that on the live stream last night. I have a picture that I took also last night. The Surfing Madonna. I saw that. It was pretty wild, beautifully executed. I don't know. I think it'd be low key. Probably just be in the van here. Mark will get caught up with Tara. See what's new in her world. Put the camera on the alcohol. No, then I don't want to. The guy's perfectly behind the tree right here. There's nothing to see. Okay, I mean it's. Alright. I'm better than the alcohol consumption. 100 in the shade over here and stuff. You gonna hide your AR or elbow? Spend donation to hooker. Any thoughts? I don't think he's bought a hooker down there, Ramirez. I don't think he feels he has the funds to even cover that right now. Interesting who he was. Yeah, they knew right away, Jordan Blue. I went in and remember my reaction. When this guy said honey beer, I'm like, honey beer, are you kidding me? I'm like, yuck. Back a little bit here. I was like, honey beer, let me let this person wants to. Do you not miss Allie and other friends you lost supporting? I don't know. I still talk to Message Cooper. I was wishing him well during the hurricane. I haven't really lost anybody. They know where I am. They can come by my chat. You know, I don't do panel chats anymore. I didn't really see what the percent alcohol was on the honey beer. Like Mexico, because prostitution. He told you he hired hostage. No, he told you that prostitution is legal. I doubt he told you he hired a prostitute. PD don't mess with homeless. Well, this guy is pretty low profile. Well, send me a timestamp so I can look at it, Troll Force. I don't have a problem with him. Yeah, I don't know, Bounty Hunter. The notifications are like. We lost it. It's not. I don't care about the content. I tried to help the guy out a little bit. I'm a nice person. Cop was only stepping on people climbing with Rosie. Should people be able to get Viagra without a prescription? No, hell no. But in Mexico, anything goes. Anything goes. Oh, you got stung by a bee on my tit. Ooh, that's painful. Nothing, babe. But what if you told to drink? What if you told a drink like that? The Reds are marching up from. What if you told a drink like that? I don't know what that means, Scarlett. Yeah, Miss Ellie. She's welcome by my chat anytime. Let's see. I never said anything negative about Ellie. The guy by the tree looks. I can't. Yeah, he does kind of look like an actor to me too. He does kind of look like an actor to me. Marshall was stocking up on Viagra, spending donations. He could have. Oh yeah, I'm trying to think of who he looks like. He does look like. He kind of looks like an older. Who was that? The singer that was on Starsky and Hutch, David, whatever. Now, look a little like Nick Nolte. What if it's rehearsal for a part? Now, going to the ER for something is not even. It's a joke, but you keep supporting him. Hey, I'm not here to tell people. I'm not a triage person. I wasn't there when it happened. It's not like he picked up the phone and asked me advice on should I go to the ER or not. Good Lord. I'm not as tightly plugged into it as you are, obviously. This is Rosie chat. Yeah, not an Elvis stream. Yeah, use fingers and shoot. I don't know. You know, I didn't follow it. I didn't see the only thing I watched was I watched some of the parody shit. That's what I like watching. It's pretty funny. The only thing I saw was a finger condom. How many miles on Little Rascal? I've got 53,000 miles. 53,000 miles. Look at that fancy. Thank you, Moxie. I got my coral lipstick on. Yeah. Yeah, I think he does. I mean, I don't watch that often. I don't go over to the chat that much. I like to do my own thing. Complications on heart failure. David Soul, that was it. Wasn't that his name? David Soul. David Soul. Hey, William Wallace, my day's going great. I spent some time, I got a little bit of sun today. I spent some time on the beach. Yeah, David Soul. That's what this guy reminds me, kind of a heavier David Soul. Well, I guess Ellie will pop up sometime on my chat. She's always welcome. I never had Ellie's contact information, phone number, or anything. We never had that stuff. No, I don't think I'm thinner. It's an infection from that. My belly kind of tells me, woo. Yeah, David Soul. It took me a while to get the name. Thank you, William. I try to keep on. I'm going to vlog meeting Blair White. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, why don't you do a video, HX? Why don't you put up a private video and just share it with a select group of people? So, I saw Oda May was on the chat today. Bust out the honey beer, baby. There we go, Jordan Blue. I couldn't even imagine. Thank you, Mind Garden. You enjoyed the chooch. I couldn't even imagine. Yeah, thank you, Moxie. I couldn't even imagine drinking honey beer and the crap. Well, I don't like orange slices in beer. I don't like lemon in my beer. Just give me a beer. Oh, he's got his honey beer. He's behind the tree here, so. Honeydew, that's it. I only like sweet drinks. I only like dry, not sweet drinks. Too much. He tries to say something and say, okay. Oh my God, you guys got to stop fighting in here. I'm mature and stuff. Oh my God, ice cold Corona. Yeah, Corona is good. There's something very different about the way they make Corona. It's very tasty. Long live Rosie Travels. There you go, bully. Woo! The bully, man. Good old Mountain Dew and not the soda. That's it. It got up to about 82. How you doing, Cindy? Nice to see you, honey. Greetings from SoCal, Encinitas. Rosie Travels. I guess I'll change my name. Nice to see you, Cindy. Grizzly. Yeah, he looked he does look like a kind of a younger, skinnier Merlin Olsen. Yeah, Corona is unique. I can't put my finger on what makes that such a unique beer. There's something very special about that just makes it a very unique beer. Greetings from Phoenix. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to close it down. I will see you. Tara will be on this evening. So I want to thank you guys for being on the stream. They always end up differently than you think they are. And I really appreciate it. I'll see you with Tara in a couple hours or so. And we'll be doing it. Thank you, Rodney. All energy, all the time. We'll see you later, okay? Love you guys. Thank you. Thumbs up.